Bhagat University, distinguished panelists, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen. I stand privileged here to share this findings of the skill gap report among such august audience. Before I share the key findings of this report, let me share the reason why we conducted this research and what do we intend to do with this. As all of you are aware, there is a huge focus on skill development in our country. Government of India is running a mission to train and skill 500 million people by year 2022. In this year's budget speech, Finance Minister has earmarked 1,000 crore rupees for skill development. At the same time, there is a tremendous focus of Government of Punjab in the skill development area. Recently, there was a very highly successful summit conducted by Government of Punjab under the leadership of Shri Prakash Singh Badal, and that program was hosted by Shri Madan Mohan Mittal ji. Let me share some facts on the current state of skill development in the country. In India, about 20 million people join the workforce every year. And out of them, 80% of people who are entering the workforce do not have an opportunity for a skill training. There is a recent research done by McKinsey and NASSCOM which says that 30% of the IT graduates and 25% of the engineering graduates are only suitable to be employed in multinationals in the country. This figure becomes 15% for finance and accounting graduates and 10% for other professionals taking other degrees. At the same time, as per ILO 2012 report, in India, corporates the percentage of corporates finding difficulty of finding in jobs is 48%, whereas globally is at 34%. So we actually conducted this study with the help of students of University Business School, Punjab University, to actually understand what is exactly required by the corporate or what is exactly required by the industry so that we can help bridge that gap. That was the intention of the study. We conducted this study in Tri-City across 6 different industry sectors: manufacturing, banking, telecom, retail, BPO and insurance. The objectives of the study was, firstly, to identify the relative importance, though we call it as a skill gap study, but we did the research on the parameters to measure the skills, attitude, as well as the knowledge. So we did the study to see the relative importance of these 3 parameters as per the industry standards, what they are willing to hire, what are they looking for in a candidate. Secondly, to identify the most important factors within what define attitude, skills and knowledge as desired by the corporate. Thirdly, we actually try to understand the gaps between what the industry thought, what the expected levels and the actual levels of performance on attitude, skills and knowledge. And finally, we did a comparative of classifying these gaps across different studies and across different functions. So across these 6 industries, within them, across functions, how does this skill gap vary? So these were the objectives of the research, ladies and gentlemen. Let me share with you the key findings of the research. On the relative importance, the industry ranked skills as a number 1 and the most important parameter, which they were looking for while hiring a fresh the frontline workforce or the fresh hire, followed by attitude, and the third was the knowledge. These are relative ranks amongst these 3 parameters. Further, ladies and gentlemen, we within skills is a very generic thing. Within skills, we try to understand from the across the different industries what exactly in skilling they are looking at. We went to a lot of granularity to understand. So we listed a lot of skills. First, we understood these are the skills. What are the important skills as per the industry standard? So based on that, These were the important important skills which that listed. Listening skill, understanding the customer, effective communication skills, negotiation skills, analytical, problem solving, and ability to work under stressful conditions. These were the top, the most important skills which the industry honchos identified. Then further, we looked into, the gap, the skill gap in the expected performance and actual performance. So the top, the maximum gap came in understanding the customer, effective communication skills, and problem solving. They found the maximum gap in the actual performance versus what was expected out of them. So this was in the skill part. The next ranking was on the attitudinal subparameters. So out of these parameters which we had, granular zeroed down, the following were the most important, which the industry found to be most important, which was self-motivation, openness to new ideas, products, processes, learnings, conditioning towards sales, conditioning towards traveling jobs, and attention to detail. Within them, what was the gap? So the highest gap was found in self-motivation, attention to detail, and openness. Third, as I shared, was on the knowledge part. So knowledge about products, quality standards, basic computer skills, skills on Microsoft Access, Excel. So out of them, the most important were the knowledge about products, quality standards, Microsoft Excel, and organizations' distribution channels. These are the top important traits out of the knowledge which came out. And the highest gap, was found in Microsoft Excel. Ladies and gentlemen, we went into the granularity of rather than just saying that IT or computer skills. So in computer skills, what was more lacking? So Excel, use of or the knowledge of Microsoft Excel came out. Knowledge of quality standards, knowledge about products, self-products as well as the competition products. So these were the things which came out. We did the study across different varied sections, functions within the industry and across the other industries. We'll be sharing the CDs of all the reports are here. We will share the entire report in detail with you so that you can go and spend time with you. So this was primarily our research, which we did in order to understand what exactly the corporates wanted. Then the next step was, based on the inputs which we got out of the study, we developed, and that was the starting point of our organization called BridgingGAPS. So BridgingGAPS is an exciting training and a skill development and a capability building organization. So it was born out of this, study from which, so whatever findings out of the study were dovetailed into our products, into our processes, into our curriculum, and so based on that, we developed this company, and so with our endeavor to bridge the gap. So that's how BridgingGAPS as a company came into the big formation. So that was our approach, how we followed. I'll just come and share the value proposition what we have for the learners. So we are following an end-to-end approach, which we call as a tiger approach, which means train, involve, groom, evaluate, and finally recruit. End goal of all the studies, all the skill training, all the learning is the recruitment. So right from mobilization to grooming him, evaluating him, skilling him, and then putting him to finally a job placement. So that's an end-to-end model, and that's to end our value proposition. The methodology or the way we plan to do it is, we have a beautiful online assessment tool. We call it SABG, which is Skill Ability Assessment of BridgingGAPS. So this online tools, based on all the skills which are required by the corporate, so they assess the assessees the current level, understands that, and then based on that it throws out what is the current level of the learner. So basically the product portfolio we've prepared is into the three parts. First is the Brilliant Basics. Brilliant Basics is basically includes a series of intervention, which we call it as it's the bottom of the pyramid, which includes soft skills, life skills, if I may say so, right from how to handle an interview, personal effectiveness, personal communication, business communication, data mining, data interpretation. So that takes care of the bottommost rung of the pyramid. Then we have career accelerators, which are the programs which are functional skill specific. Based on the research output, the functional skills, what an organization require for sales, for service, for HR. We have a beautiful program for the first time managers called Inspirational Manager. And at the top of the top rung of the pyramid, we call it the Tiger programs. These are basically industry-focused, industry-specific programs, end-to-end programs. So if somebody wants to work in a banking operations, so there's a program for that. There is somebody who wants to work in a telecom sales, and understand the telecom sales. So there's an end-to-end program. So it's a 260 to 300 hours of interventions, which we do and skill the person and then put them to companies for hiring. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the strengths of this product or the service or the such intense research and such curriculum which has been developed by by hardcore professionals is that we vouch that we'll train a guy, we'll skill a guy and put him to a company for hiring. God forbid if he doesn't get hired, we will refund his entire money back. No if, no questions asked. We're going to refund this money back. So that is what we are bringing on the table. At the same time, we have as a social obligation, we have scholarship programs running in an organization. That's what we plan to do, especially for economically challenged people and especially for females. For women, we have scholarship programs in which we waive off the entire fee and train and skill and put the people to the organizations. So that was the entire approach, and that's what I had to present at this point of time.